This week, three brothers from Scotland made waves and set a world record that few people would even dare to attempt, rowing across the entire Pacific Ocean. Yeah, they started in Peru and ended in Australia. I'm Grant, and welcome back to Phrasal Verb News, where we use real news stories to teach you phrasal verbs and idioms in context. And since today's story is about three brothers in a boat, most of the expressions we'll look at will be boat or water-related idioms. So let's dive in. Y como siempre, voy a dar la traducción al español y un ejemplo para que quede más claro. Today, we're talking about a truly epic journey. Three brothers from Edinburgh, Scotland, Jamie, Ewan, and Lachlan McLean, made history by rowing over 9,000 miles from Peru to Cairns, Australia. That's about 14,500 kilometers in just 139 days. That broke the previous record by more than 20 days, and they did it unsupported, meaning no stops, no backup boats, and no resupplies. Just three guys and their custom carbon fiber boat, Rose Emily, which they named after their late sister. Late, in this case, means that their sister has unfortunately already passed away. Along the way, they battled severe storms, seasickness, running low on food, and a nightmare moment when Lachlan went overboard, or fell off the boat, in the middle of a stormy night. But they didn't let that take the wind out of their sails. Instead, they rallied and kept rowing. In the end, the hard work paid off. They smashed the record, made waves in the world of adventure sports, and even raised over £700,000 for clean water projects in Madagascar. And upon arrival in Australia, they were greeted with bagpipes, cheering friends and family, and Scottish flags. What a great and inspirational story, and such a good cause. Now, let's move on to the vocab. I'll give you the definition, a couple examples, the translation in Spanish, and as always, I'll ask you a quick question. Try to answer the question in your head or out loud so you can practice the verb right away and hopefully use it soon. First, we have go overboard. Literally, it means to fall off a boat, but more commonly, it means to do too much of something or kind of get carried away, like to overdo something. For example, let's say your boss asks you to make a short presentation about the marketing budget. And instead of a short presentation, you stay up all night and make a 50-slide presentation complete with slides, charts, and diagrams. We'd say you went overboard. Or maybe you go out to the company happy hour, and instead of having one beer or two beers and going home, you have 6 beers, sing karaoke till 2 in the morning. You went overboard just a little bit. En español, yo creo que es como exagerar o pasarse de la raya. Por ejemplo, el jefe se pasó de la raya con tantos cambios de última hora. And a question. Can you think of a time when someone at work went overboard? Maybe with spending, too many emails, or even a celebration. Next, we have take the wind out of someone's sails. This means to discourage someone or reduce their confidence. For example, even when they ran low on food, they didn't let it take the wind out of their sails. They kept going. The unexpected budget cut took the wind out of our team's sails, but we regrouped and adapted. En español es como desanimar o quitar el impulso. Por ejemplo, el retraso en el proyecto realmente desanimó a todos, pero nos recuperamos rápidamente. And a question. What situation recently took the wind out of your sails? And how did you bounce back? Next, we have paid off. This means that you did something that resulted in a positive or worthwhile outcome. For example, all the rowing, hardship, and endurance really paid off. They broke the record and raised a lot of money for charity. Our weeks of preparation paid off when the client said yes. En español es como valió la pena. Por ejemplo, las horas extra valieron la pena cuando cerramos el trato con el cliente. And a question, what recent effort of yours paid off? Finally, we have make waves. This means to cause a strong reaction. It can be good or bad. Just like in the water, if you hit the water, it makes waves. It creates a bit of disruption in the water. For example, by breaking the record and raising so much money, the McLean brothers really made waves in the world of adventure sports. The new startup is making waves with its innovative AI product. En español es como causar sensación o generar impacto. Por ejemplo, la campaña de marketing causó sensación en toda la industria. And a question, what company or person is making waves in your industry right now? So, what an incredible and inspirational story. The McLean brothers literally rode through hell and high water, endured storms, seasickness, waves that threw someone overboard, but they didn't let it take the wind out of their sails. Instead, they stepped it up a gear, kept pushing, and in the end, their determination paid off. And because of their record-breaking row, they truly made waves, not just in the world of adventure, but also for the clean water projects their foundation supports. So that's all for today's episode of Phrasal Verb. If you want to continue building your English skills, tune in tomorrow for another real story and real expressions. Gracias por escuchar. I'm Grant, and see you next time.